Let's disassemble this diesel tank and see if we can figure out this leak right here, and then I'll see if I can buy some parts for it, or if I have to buy a whole new tank, then I will try to seal that leak by some other means first. If it doesn't work, I can always change the diesel tank later. It's just taking the hood off and then it's easy access. So it's not really crucial to do this right now, but since I'm waiting for parts and stuff, I'll disassemble this now and inspect it. But we'll have to drain it. We need to get the diesel out of it. I do believe that we can just unscrew that thingy. Can't remember how much diesel is in it, but it shouldn't be too bad. I really like workshop trolley. You know, those thingies on wheels that you have all your tools and stuff on.
Moments later. More moments later.
So a new diesel tank for this is about $300 plus shipping untaxed, so say $350. And I might have to buy a new one, but I'm gonna try to seal this up first. If it doesn't work, I'll buy a new one. But my plan is to get these rivets out, clean this up, and then just use some RTV. I have some Loctite, I can't remember the name, 5572 or something. So I'll try that. I will just rivet it back on. But I need to get these out first. Now I need to grind this flush, but the tank is full of diesel. Now, diesel isn't gasoline, so it's probably fine, but it's a bit sketchy. Don't try it home. $59.72, and then some tread sealant as well. That should be good. You just need to clean it a little bit. those rivets are not going to be completely watertight because that pin goes through, so we might have to solder each of those rivets as well. So we'll let that cure for a bit under its own weight until maybe tomorrow, and then we'll put those rivets in place.
The next morning.
So it's the next day and this has cured quite a bit now, so it's time to pop those in place. See, those rivets are two parts. The pin goes through this rivet thingy, and so there's basically a channel between those two. I don't know if that's going to be completely watertight, and so I was thinking put some solder on each rivet just to seal up that channel in between those. Now they are fairly tight, and when you rivet them in place there's quite a lot of pressure in here. It might seal up, but I don't know. It's not too much work to take this tank off. It's just a couple of connections and a few bolts. So I think I'm just gonna try it like that and see what happens. If it doesn't hold up, I'll come up with a new plan or just buy a new tank. But yeah, let's mount this back now. Alright, so that gasket stuff I put on there did not like the diesel. Maybe I didn't let it cure enough, or maybe it was too thick, I don't know. But I'm draining it again. So I have to take the fuel tank off again, drill out those rivets and figure out a different gasket solution. Maybe I'll use some regular RTV, or maybe I'll use some of that gasket stuff. So I have some of this cork gasket stuff. I also have some rubber gasket like this. The reason I didn't use that is because the sealing surface isn't flat. It's a bit uneven on the surface. So I don't think I'll get a good enough squeeze on the gasket. I don't think I have any RTV gasket. Oh wait, maybe I do actually. Gasket silicone. So attempt number 2 with this, some RTV and rivets. I'll let this cure for a bit and then I'll pop those rivets in, and I might do some RTV over the rivets as well. We'll see. But I'll let this cure for a few hours and then pop those rivets. Yep.
Much later.
I cleaned it up a little bit right here. I think I'll put some liquid metal, or steel epoxy as it's called. Just rough up this surface, put some of that liquid metal around here, plug up those rivets and stuff. And there you have it. That's the base and that's the hardener. But there was some liquid inside there, mixed it up. Quite old, that stuff. It was brand new, but I've had it for probably a couple of years. That's what it looks like now. It should take about 5 minutes to harden. We'll see if this stuff still works or if it's too old. Alright, it's the next day again. So this is completely hardened now. So we can screw that back in, put the tank on the tractor, see if it's going to be enough. When my tripod fell, I broke the thing that holds my phone to the tripod. So yeah, not sure what I'm going to do about that. I think I'm just going to have to do the rest of this video in segments. I'll screw that back in there with some tread sealant on it and then put the tank back on the tractor. So since my tripod broke, I can't film the process of doing this because I have to hold my phone to film. So I'm just gonna have to put this back together, put it on the tractor and then film again.
2 days later.
So my apologies. I've either lost some footage or I forgot to record this, but I've put it back together now and I filmed some other stuff in between. Just the tiniest leak on that coolant system. I've tried repairing it a couple of times now. But anyway, this is now completely almost bone dry. I haven't seen that drip and it's red for some reason. I don't know why it's red, because my diesel is green. In Norway we have green diesel, but basically the fix we did to that with the RTV stuff is bone dry. So at least that is completely sealed now, and we may have just the tiniest leak maybe around this, maybe in the treads or something, I'm not sure. But as you can see right here, it's bone dry. Tiny drop that's there is the same one that's been there since yesterday. So I don't think that's diesel. As I said, it's red too, so I'm guessing it's something else. It could be, yeah, I'm not sure exactly. But the important thing is that this was a success. So that fitting that goes into the diesel tank is bone dry. So that's good. If we do have a leak somewhere around here, I don't know, we could have. But then that's easily fixable. I could change this whole thing that screws into the tank. Maybe this connection right here is leaking. I'm not sure. Doesn't really matter. This is what the video was about and it's repaired. And I'll keep you updated if anything changes with this. I don't think it's going to be a problem at all. The next thing to repair would be this coolant leak right here. I changed that hose right there because I thought the old one was bad. And it probably was because it was leaking around here. I've put some tread sealant on this valve and I can't see anything leaking from it. So it has to be that hose. So yeah, I might have to change that hose on the radiator again, but that's another video. This video is now complete. We managed to fix the diesel tank leak successfully. If there is a problem with the fitting, then that's an easy fix. Just replace it or fix the connections or whatever. But the main problem was that connection between the tank and the fitting that you saw we repaired. And since we managed to repair that, that means I don't have to buy a new diesel tank, which is awesome. Just save $400 or something. So that's very nice. That's it for this video. If you liked it, please hit the like button. If you would like to see more of these kinds of videos, hit the subscribe button. And if you have any questions or ideas for my next videos, or if you just want to tell me something I may have done wrong or done right, leave a comment. I appreciate it very much. Thank you and good night. You can still see me. Bye.